Hey, welcome everybody. This your boy Waxy Field. I'm back again. You already know it. It's that time again. Talk about who the Illuminati got going to the Super Bowl. Alright, we're gonna start with the NFC picture. Let's take a look. Alright. We got three different teams that actually made it to the playoffs this time. Seahawks, Green Bay, and Carolina was in the playoffs last year, which we already know why. But this time they added Cowboys, Detroit, and Cardinals. Now, what's funny, because you know how the Illuminati like to do. They like to always kick it off, and they always kick it off with the wild card. But what I was trying to say is, it's always the team that be that wild card that likes to just magically go on a super big old run. Now, Arizona and Carolina, both of these two teams have no business being in the playoffs. The reason why, because of the, what's going on, but that's just how it is. Now, these two are kicking it off. The spreadsheet got Carolina as the favorite going into this game. Don't be surprised if Arizona mess around and win. Then the next game is going to be Detroit and Cowboys. Now, all this speculation about can the Cowboys overcome or who they are, which is the accident waiting to happen, I'm pretty sure they're going to overcome. So this is what it's going to be. It's going to be Arizona taking on the Seahawks, and it's going to be Green Bay taking on the Cowboys. And then from there, they're going to settle it on who the Illuminati will have go to the Super Bowl. This is what I got. I got the Seahawks coming up short. Yes, you heard me loud and clear. Coming up short against the Arizona Cardinals, which means Arizona will be going to the NFC Championship. And who do I have coming up short against with Green Bay and Cowboys? I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because that's just how they do. They always like the underdogs to just magically come out the woodwork. So your NFC Championship will be Arizona Cardinals taking on, how about them Cowboys? And from there, the Dallas Cowboys will make it to Super Bowl 49. Now let's roll on over here to the AFC picture. Okay, you got the elite teams. Now the only two different teams that made the playoffs this year is Ravens and Steelers. Meanwhile, the other four teams was already in it. So we're kicking it off with these two. I think these two are kicking it off. Now, what's funny about this side is because the Bengals, they can't win a playoff game. And over here with Ravens and Steelers, well, they just beat each other up left and right. I mean, it's so goofy. So this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna roll with the Bengals to make it, make it a good game, make it look silly. Coach Andrew Luck gonna do what he do, but the referee's gonna be doing a lot of goofy stuff. They're gonna be throwing flags, and it's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff. But I'm gonna roll with the Bengals to handle the business and make it to the second round. Meanwhile, the Ravens and Steelers game, well, notice how the Steelers is looking hot. Like, the Steelers actually got a legitimate chance of winning the Super Bowl. I'm not playing with you. But what's going to be hilarious is the Baltimore Ravens. Because think about it. The Ravens, remember when they went on to win the Super Bowl? Then nobody picked them to win the Super Bowl when they won. Why? First of all, was because they didn't have a decent team. But actually, they really did have a decent team. And yes, they had help. The higher-ups scripted them for them to win. And what was sad was, it was against the 49ers. And don't get me wrong, I was rolling with the Ravens to win that Super Bowl because I saw the bogus play at the end when my man grabbed Michael Crabtree, and you could clearly see it was a hold-on play, but the Illuminati said, heck, don't forget. So this is what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the Ravens to beat the brakes off the Steelers. This might be a close game, but it could be a blowout knowing the Illuminati. They pick and choose what they want to do. Which means the Steelers will be me. I think this is how it goes. I think it goes, the Steelers will be facing the Broncos, or Ravens will face the Broncos, and the winner of the Bengals and Colts will go to Foxborough. Now, up here, this is the real funny part, because the Illuminati already, they counting Broncos out, and they already crowned the New England Patriots as your Super Bowl champs. And don't get me wrong, yes, they're doing the same thing with the Seahawks. They done painted them as repeat, but I'm not rolling with that. New England will come up short against the Bengals. I'm not playing with you. Why? Because this trash is fixed. I don't care how you look at it, it's fixed. The Bengals will find a way to overcome the debacle that they faced. I want to say was that week 3 or week 4 when they went to Foxborough and got ate up for dinner. Well, that's what's going to happen. The Bengals are going to beat the brakes off of Tom Brady and them. And New England fans will be crying at the end of that game. Meanwhile, it's going to be the rematch from 2 years ago when the Ravens came to Mile High City and they rolled all the way to the Super Bowl, where we're going to have another tight game back and forth. But I'm picking the Broncos to overcome, and we will have the AFC Championship being the Bengals versus the Broncos. Now, the Illuminati know exactly what they want, because the two of these teams had the biggest stories going into the season. Why? Broncos from the Super Bowl. Everybody know they threw that Super Bowl. You a dang fool if you here sit up here and say, nah, the defense just ate them alive. No, man. Peyton and them threw that game because they knew they came out first. Look, don't get me wrong, Seahawks is a decent team. They got a decent decent offense and decent defense. But don't get me wrong, I'm telling you people, that game was fixed. It was fixed. Everything, it was all about the 12th man. This time, and we just seen on ESPN from the previous Monday night game, Peyton Manning threw the game. He threw it. I mean, come on, man. Bengals have not won a game on TV. So they got their 2 playoff wins. So Marvin Lewis's career is safe. He's safe. Now the question mark is, can he overcome the Broncos again? Can Andy Dalton show up again? I'm iffy. I'm iffy, but listen to me, because I got to make a pick. I got to choose on who's going to win this game. It's going to be a tight game. They're going to be back and forth. Andy Dalton going to do what he do best. He's going to throw a couple of interceptions, but they're going to show up, and I got the Bengals coming out, beating the Broncos again, and it will be the Bengals versus the Cowboys in Super Bowl 49. Now listen, I told you this is just me giving what I feel the Illuminati gonna do. I could be wrong. Hey, you can say whatever you got. Pick your picks on who you think the Illuminati gonna fix it for to go to the Super Bowl. This your boy YC4L signing out. Holla at your boy. Happy New Year. I'm telling you, the fix is in.